So in the last episode, we tamed up this behemoth right here. This is the Ossidon. It's the first creature available from Lost Colony. Sort of, kind of, because apparently the Veilwind is also part of Lost Colony. That's actually a pretty interesting one that, you know, I'm kind of excited to check out, because eventually, I don't know why we're getting into this right now. Eventually, the Veilwind, you're going to be able to evolve it into one of two different variants. That's all to come, though. But yeah, Ossidon was just added, and we tamed this guy up in the last episode. We absolutely shredded the taming effectiveness. It's imprinted because of one of my skills, by the way. And yeah, it's not gonna be the best. But yeah, we didn't actually get a chance to check it out because that episode was running kind of like really, really long. And honestly, I think that it was a decent episode, so I didn't really want to kind of squeeze this in at the very end. I wanted to give this part at least a good amount of time to check it out properly. But first, let me go ahead and make the saddle for this thing. So it's the Ossidon, and right there, that is what we need. It's, let me see, where exactly is it in here? The Ossidon saddle is unlocked at level 74. Obviously, it's part of Lost Colony, so you're going to need to have that pack, obviously, to ride on this thing. But it's really not too bad. I genuinely would have assumed that it actually was going to take element, or maybe even have element to, like, run or something. But no, it does not require any of that stuff. You can go ahead and craft it normally. Now, this might all change by the time Lost Colony does come out. I mean, we already know this thing is not breedable currently, but it supposedly will be breedable when Lost Colony comes out. And yeah, it makes a little bit of sense. Also, I did notice some weird things going on here. This says stone thin pillar, but it's a thick pillar. Not really sure what's happening there. I just noticed that because I was looking at this and I'm like, I would not have placed that like that. I know myself. That does not work. But apparently it is a thin pillar. It just doesn't want to show that it's a thin pillar. Anyway, here is our Ossidon. We don't have a name for it. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop on that saddle. This thing's sick looking. Oh, yes. Look at that. Wow. Okay, that's my Drakeling giving it its buff to it. That saddle goes hard, man. That saddle's insane looking. Yeah, they really went crazy with this. Now, here's the thing. This is just the first saddle that we've seen from Lost Colony. This is a good indicator as to the style of probably structures and the other saddles on that map as well. Really, really cool looking. Very, like, kind of... I don't know. It almost kind of makes me think of, like, you know... Maybe it's, like, all the hooks and everything going into the head. It's kind of giving me, like, a little bit of... Mad Max kind of vibes, but not really when it comes to the rest of it. It kind of looks a bit like Gothic, but I don't know. It's got like some different themes going on here. It almost kind of looks Gothic in terms of like the colors, but it looks kind of like punk rocker-esque as well. I don't really know. That's crazy though. It's a really cool looking saddle. Yeah, it's very nice to actually get to see our very first Lost Colony saddle, and this thing looks amazing. So first of all, what can this thing do? Well, we've got a couple different attacks. Let's find some stuff that we can go and just beat up on, I suppose. First of all, I guess we can do some jumping. It does have a jump. It doesn't charge or anything. I really think that it would benefit from having a charged jump, because, like, the jump is great, but it has some, like, recovery when it lands, and I'm not a major fan of that. So, yeah, let me get over here. Maybe we can beat up on this Diplo. Yeah, that'll be perfect. I mean, even if they don't want to go ahead and do any sort of, like, I guess, like, charge to it, if it could, like... get a little faster? I don't know. It's quite slow. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it just looks like it's slow because it's so big. But yeah, let's go ahead and beat up on this Diplo. See how much damage our absolutely ruined 145 what did we get? Like 16 levels on it? Yeah, it's not gonna be super powerful. Not great. That's really not good at all. I mean, yeah. So we left, and then left again, and we do like the double clap right there. We can also do X, which I think is our roar, and I think it's just a cosmetic roar. It looks like it actually sprays some stuff out, but I don't actually think it counts as anything. It just looks as like kind of like frosty breath or something. Yeah, let me just quickly kill this thing. And I guess, you know what? Let's actually do our icicles. So we can kind of aim it a little bit with the right click, and then left click. If you hit both of them together, we'll kind of activate it. It did look like I should have possibly hit that Diplo, but it didn't seem to actually really do anything. So I'm guessing that when they hit things, it just doesn't make a difference. It maybe just like stops them in their tracks or something. Kind of hard to tell. I think we need to test that out a little bit more. But I also want to test out the big snot ball. So here it is. Let me show you. He spits on the ground. He rolls it up. That is gross. That is actually so gross. Wow. Let's grab this bison. Oh, wait, no. Oh, really? Bison are too big for it? No way. Oh, crap. Oh, it's a galley. Hang on. Let me move away. Let me try and get away. Uh-oh. The bison killed the galley. Okay, the bisons and galleys are going to be going to war pretty soon. That's insane that he just did that. Yeah, that's a little silly. I can't roll up a bison? I mean, maybe I might be able to, actually. Let me... Oh, did we really get stunned? Wait, what? Oh my god, okay. I didn't get knocked off, though. Interesting. Okay. Let me focus on trying to kill this thing. We got some crazy Summer Bash colors going on here, because we still have Summer Bash on here. But that's okay. Maybe I'll hit the Bronto with the icicles. We got to test that out. We also have, like, just so much to show you with this creature. Yeah, I'm really excited, but I got to kill these guys first. There is something on the screen right now that is piquing my interest a little bit. Up in the top right beside the imprint symbol, we have a cute little thing. What is that? Monstrous affection. Okay, we got to hop into our... We gotta hop into our buffs and see what that does. My god, will you die, please? Oh god, there's more. Why is there more? I wish we were more powerful, honestly. Okay, there we go. Nice. So Monstrous affection. We've got 2 + 2, and then it's going away. Hang on. What does that do? So it had +2, and is it gonna go down to +1 now? No. I think... Oh, did it? Wait, no. Oh no, it's going up. Wait. What? Why is it going up? I'm so confused. Okay, hang on a second. What does that... No, you, not my inventory. What does that actually do? You gain increase to all stats while being ridden by your favorite rider. Okay, interesting. So because I'm staying on here, if we stay on here for a long time, this thing's gonna get more powerful. That's insane. Each stack increases by 0.5%. Oh, it can be built up by having the same rider over time. I'm curious. How long do I have to stay on here to cap that? I honestly kind of just want to sit here for a while and see what happens. All right, let's do some other stuff. We'll let that build up. It looks like it actually, the timer goes down and then it goes up by another stage. So are they physically changing, or is that just... It might be kind of like invisible stat buffs or something, potentially. They probably are, just like imprint. Well, technically, the imprint bonus that goes onto these is not invisible, but the actual, you know, the 30% extra imprint affinity or whatever that I have, it kind of does add on to these numbers right here. It adds like resistance and it adds extra damage and everything, but you don't see that physically. So yeah, we're about to go up to 4. I guess I could look in here and just make sure that nothing actually changes. I really don't think anything actually will, though. So yeah, let's just take a little look. I'm voicing this over now because I didn't actually see it happen, but stamina, oxygen, and melee did change. So they don't have projectile damage at all. They hit an area and then they apply like an AoE to that area. Are we dealing more damage now? I don't know what number we were dealing earlier, but I'm gonna remember 185. Right, cool. We can't do our snot ball on you. You're too big. Oh, man. The thing about these guys is, it said, I think in the dossier, it said something along the lines of, these creatures were kind of like bred as like battle beasts to kill the titans. That's not really lining up with what we have right here, though, but I'm gonna just assume that right now they are not as powerful as they always will be. You know, Lost Colony, when that drops, I'm sure these things are going to become more powerful, because currently this is not very impressive. I mean, I think even like a regular bison would deal more damage than this guy right now. So yeah, not super amazing, but there is a bunch of other things that we can check out. I think I want to just quickly kill this guy first, though. We also can roll up a bunch of creatures in the snot ball and like hit other creatures with that and detonate it and stuff. So yeah, lots of things to show off still. One thing that's very interesting is right here. If you hover over the levels, you get different effects depending on what you pump in. And also, the creature physically changes as well depending on what you pump in. Now, the changes are probably not going to be super obvious for this video. I think we need to go over like everything maxed out to show you properly, but yeah, let's go over everything here. So with this creature, I can say you might actually want to be pumping like things like oxygen and food when you normally would not do that. But yeah, anyway, let's go over it. So if you pump levels into its health, you're going to get an increase to its overall size, and then also the number of creatures that can go into the giant ball increases. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Currently we are what are we actually at? We're at 4. I might want to pump into that. Let's just remember 4 and then 8 for our icicles. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, if we pump into stam, the head crest size becomes bigger, and then also the duration of the roly-poly ball gets a little bit longer. Oxygen is going to increase fur length, and then obviously it's also going to increase the distance that the icicles are going to go. That actually makes a little bit of sense, you know, because having like a deep breath and he like spits them out or something, I don't know. I like that, honestly. I kind of like this as an actual thing, by the way. I hope we get more of this on other creatures, because this is really interesting me. This is also kind of interesting, because now that we have this actual thing in the game where these levels can do other things, it almost kind of makes me curious as to whether or not modders are going to take advantage of that. I don't know, possibly. Anyway, let's see. Increases stomach size for food, of course, and increases the number of icicles that you can shoot. Also kind of makes sense. So yeah, food and then oxygen are for icicles. Health and stamina are going to be for the ball. And then also weight is for the ball as well. Increases muscle size, and then also increases the maximum creature size that you can grab. So we might actually be able to eventually grab the bison if we kept increasing our weight, but I probably won't do that. And then finally, melee damage increases claw size, and that's it. It doesn't increase anything else. I think melee damage just in general already is fine. We don't need like a buff to that. I think I might pump into that, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I want to see if it actually makes a difference. And I think for that, we're going to take off the saddle. It's going to probably not be super obvious, but let's see. Let me kind of, if I get my crosshair like above the claw right now, and then we pump our points in, and then wait for it to go back. Wait for it. It looks like it's just kind of in the exact same spot. Does it need like time to update or something? Maybe it's not actually, because it would have went out further. I think they did increase. It's just really hard to tell. These claws are actually touching. It's very hard to tell. It's like, I'm sure if you maxed out one in melee and then had it beside one that's fresh and has not been maxed out, it would be super obvious, but it's really not obvious at all when you look at it like that. And yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Hang on a second. I didn't even plan for this, but we can go ahead and add, let's see, switch to this one right here. Let me go ahead and add all that XP onto you. Okay, now we got a bunch of levels. I'm kind of thinking, I do like the idea of pumping a little bit of health. Again, it's going to be really hard to tell the actual difference. I did post some pictures of these guys on Twitter. I posted like a level 1 versus like the maximum possible level, which is a 1531. So you can see there's a crazy big difference, and obviously I'll have a screenshot of that up on the screen right now. But yeah, there's a really big difference between a level 1 and a maxed out health one, because that would have 255 into its health. Anyway, let's see. I think I do want to pump a bunch into health anyway. Let's get that up by a good bit. 12k is good. So that would have increased the actual size. Again, very hard to tell. You know, it's not going to be an easy thing to just look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's bigger now. You know, but we should have gotten more ammo on our thingy. Wait, what did health do again? Let me just double check. Oh, can increase the victims. So that's still at 4. So I'm guessing we'd have to pump that up even more. Yeah. Honestly, with this creature, you might have to, like, if you want your things to be... Okay. Let me just keep going. If you want your, like, different buffs and stuff to, or your different abilities to be better, you'd have to kind of figure out exactly how many levels you need to put in. We're still at 4. I don't know if do I need to put them away? Kind of don't want to pump any more points in. That felt like enough. Right. Kind of don't want to pump in anymore. I think I might put the rest. I might just put them into melee. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this thing's not powerful enough to really be justifying anything else. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Can we do our ball? Let's see. So we can absorb creatures up to 169 in drag weight, which is a little lower than you. So great. What can we get then? We also have like a 80-second like cooldown on that. It was probably at like 85 or 90 seconds to begin with. Okay. What can we grab then? It's like tiny creatures. Absolutely tiny, like dodos, like lystros, dillos maybe, but yeah. 180 or whatever, what was it again? 160 or something, whatever that was at. That's really low. I think it was 169. Yeah, that's really, really low. One thing to actually say about this guy is that when we have stamina, I'll show you, it does have omnidirectional movement, which is very nice to see. So you can kind of like, you can strafe, you can kind of like go backwards, like diagonally, you know, obviously you can go forwards diagonally as well. Very, very menacing. Kind of feels exactly like the Megaraptor. If you've tested that guy out a bunch, then you'll know how that feels. And yeah, it's very good. Let's see. What is our thing at now? We're at +7 on that. Okay, here's what I might do. I might just sit here, let my guy heal, and let that pump up a bunch. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Right now we're at +10. I'm just gonna check the damage. Yeah, we're doing 291 currently. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a while longer, even though we're fully healed. All right, it seems to have capped out at 20. Let's see how much damage we do now. So what was it again? Oh God, I can't even remember the number. I think we're probably gonna be stronger though. Yeah, that's definitely stronger. I think it was like 280 or something, and that was like 593. I can't remember. We're definitely a little bit stronger, you know. It stacks up to 20. So what is that? 0.5 by 20. So it's like, what, 10% stronger? Yeah, not bad. And that probably also adds in like armor to this creature as well, like resistance. So yeah, you're gonna be a little bit stronger. You're gonna be a little bit tankier. Not bad. Like, you know, I like that as a mechanic. The only thing that I'd be kind of annoyed about is how often we all put our creatures away and then take them back out. And I'm guaranteeing that if we put this thing away into a ball, even to like a regular cryopod, it's probably going to get reset. So that's what I'm not super happy about. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a giant spitball and just roll it into you immediately. Can I? Yeah. So that does a decent amount of damage as well. Not amazing though. In all honesty, we just need a better one. Now, I have been thinking, because obviously we had our last video where, you know, we kind of accidentally rolled into our griffin. You know, we picked it up by accident. I truly did not mean to. I was apologizing to the griffin afterwards, and we're just not on talking terms right now, but it's okay. But yeah, so my whole kind of idea then is maybe we use that to our advantage. And instead of trying to find wild creatures, maybe we just get like a bunch of Dodix, you know, like 10 Dodix or something, whatever. I don't know if there's like a cap or whatever in terms of how many creatures you can actually grab. But if we had like 10 Dodix with like decent saddles on them, you know, you might not be able to kill them. And we could possibly just kind of like cheese it a little bit like that. And then all we'd have to worry about is the icicles. That's the only thing. Also, I have not seen if this thing can swim. Oh, it's so slow in the water. Yeah, that's quite slow. Wow. Man, yeah, it's a cool creature. I do like the jump. I truly kind of feel like it needs something else, though. It needs, like, a speed buff. It needs, like, to be able to, like, scale walls or something. Supposedly, it's, like, part primate, so I would imagine, like, the idea of climbing a wall would not be unheard of for a creature of this size and scale. And considering those claws, I definitely think that it should be able to, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like, right now, that's kind of the only piece of criticism that I have for it. The mobility on it, it's a little slow. Like, you're not going to be able to, like, chase down creatures, fast creatures with something like this. It's, yeah, like, it's good, but yeah, a little slow. And let's bump into our melee. Nice. Okay, I'm actually kind of curious. I had a thought earlier. How much is that thing from Bob's Tall Tales? This, nope, there we go. Is that manageable? I think I'd need element to use it, though. I'm curious if I could use this to babyfy this guy, because they're not breedable currently. They will be breedable. They do have mate boost, but I'm very curious if that would work. The only thing is we don't have element right now. I might be able to steal element from one of the boys. In all honesty, I might actually do that. I know Axe did the boss in here. He's definitely not spent that element. I could steal that. Oh man, we could possibly do that. I don't know if we will, but that sounds very appealing. All right, he might have it on his body. Oh yeah, we're in the money now. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, he won't mind. Don't worry. Really cool throne. I like it. I probably don't even need all of this, but it's all good. He definitely won't mind. Or maybe he will. We'll find out. The boys have finished up on here, just like I finished up on Val, so, you know, I feel like I should be allowed to do what I want. If I want to steal your element, it's mine. All right, let me go back and make that lab thing, and then we can see if we can babyfy this. And before we do that, if it is possible, I think I might also pop this thing into a ball. Because then, yeah, we can check and see if the affection thingy stays or not. Oh, okay. I thought that I was stuck. Yeah, I really wish that jump was a little better. Like, the way it has to, like, recover with the landing. I guess it doesn't always have to. I don't know. Sometimes it does, like, the landing recovery. Here, let me see. Like, here we go. And then, there we go. Okay, so we don't like that. I mean, it's cool. It's, like, more natural, but it feels like that should be a bigger jump if he's gonna do that, right? I think the issue earlier was that we were, like, touching into things like the hill or whatever. I have to say, my work here on Ragnarok is probably some of my finest. This is insane. The barn still amazes me the way that it looks. Cannot get over that. The fact that I actually built that. Right, let's see if putting you away will preserve our affection. Will you still love me? Do you still love me? Oh, it does. No way. Right, I don't have cryopods, so I'm gonna just gonna give myself a cryopod just to test this. So obviously it works on Dino Depot. Dino Depot also has a bunch of settings where it, like, preserves things. So curious if it works with a cryopod. It also does. Look at that. No way. Oh, that's good. So all you need to do with this creature, what does it take, 90 seconds? You just need to, like, hang out with it for, what is that, like 1800 seconds, and you'll have it fully buffed up like that. That's actually really cool. I love that that stays there. That's amazing. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, one lab, please. Now, can we babyfy this thing? I really hope that we can. How close does it need to be? I think I might just put this out here for the moment. It's a good spot for it, right? Like, right around here? No? Yeah, right there works. That's actually perfect, because then it's, like, exactly where I'm running in, you know? And it's not very difficult to jump over all of that. All right, let's see. Car's element to be activated. Okay, let's turn that on. Thank you, Axeman, for the element. Right, respec creature. I think it's in here, right? No. Oh, it's here, right? Yeah. So you want to go there. No, it does work. It looks like it does, yeah. Okay. That's very interesting. 3,000. Okay. Not too bad. How much do I have? So if we turn all that into dust, we might be able to turn all that into shards then, and I might have enough. Well, it's gonna have to wait for it all to spoil into usable shards, because currently it's unstable. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. I think we might be able to do this, possibly. We'll see. Not quite enough. We might be still able to babyfy it, but we just can't bring it all the way back. We just bring it back as much as we can. If we can get, like, a couple imprints in on it, then we'll be good. I mean, first of all, does it work? That's the real question. Okay, so we can bring it back to here, and then that should be enough time for me to be able to imprint it a couple times. Or this is all just a big waste, and I guess we'll find out. It does work! Yes! Did I lose my saddle, or is it there? Oh, yes! It does work! I like that. Okay. So now we can imprint this thing. I have to say, by the way, look at that stupid little face. You're so stupid looking. Oh my god. Oh, it lost all the XP as well, didn't it? Oh, that sucks. That's okay. You know what? I'm okay with that. You can babyfy them. Obviously, you need to be more prepared than I am, because I wasn't very prepared for that at all, but it does work. It absolutely works. Let's just wait a couple minutes so we can imprint. All right, here we go. What's your imprint? Birdberry. Let me just grab some. Our imprint settings on here are probably pretty insane, so it should get fully imprinted. I could also just chuck it into a ball for a little bit, but yeah, there we go. Look at that. So what is it currently at then? Oh my god, okay, so we just filled out the rest of the imprint on it. Okay, interesting. What are our imprint settings on here? I don't even know. Oh, that's the cryopod I dropped, I forgot. Oh, the question now is whether or not we're still bonded. Are we? I'm curious. We probably are, right? I would imagine that we might be. Considering everything, it seems like we would be. Right, we're gonna have to wait for this thing to grow up now. I don't know how long they take to grow up, but yeah, might be waiting here for a little while. I think I might clean this up in the meantime. This probably does not need to be here. I do like the lab, but the fact that it takes element to run just makes it kind of useless for me because we haven't gotten any element. I'm not gonna get rid of it though, don't worry. I'm gonna chuck it in here. Let's have this to check out. Oh, hey! Fully grown up. There we go. Are we still buddies now? That's the real question that's on everybody's minds. We are! No way! It remembers me. Oh, that's epic. So now we are going to be even stronger because we got a full imprint on it. Stats-wise, based on the very start of this video, you can kind of compare them. Yeah, that's some good stats right there. I'm not going to lie. Okay, the real question is, how much damage do we do? We don't have any levels currently. We have to fully re-level it. Should have thought about this one, you know, before doing all that, but it's all good. Let me see. Okay. Damage-wise, not bad. We have to remember, we're still buddies. So comparing that to the damage that we were doing at the start of the video is probably not a good idea. I think I'd have to pump in that exact same amount of levels into the melee to really test that out and see what the difference is. All in all, I have to say, you know, I'm happy with it. We definitely need to do better with the tame. I think we're gonna probably try to work on that. That should probably be the next video, you know. I don't know when that's gonna be. But yeah, I definitely want to try to see if we can manage to get a perfect tame on one. Because, yeah, you know, we need that redemption. I'm not one for just settling with like a botched tame like what we did, but that was my very first time actually taming them, you know, and I'm not really too annoyed about the way that it went down. I learned some things. I have some ideas. So I think I might put them to use and try to actually do better than what we did. The only other thing is that, yes, I will try and do that soon, but I'm also kind of working on something really, really big, and I'm on a roll with it, and I don't really want to slow down. So, yeah, I'm not sure when that video is going to end up being, but, yeah, I am actually working on things. I'll let you know when they're ready. I mean, you will know when they're ready. They'll hit your feed, and you'll want to click on it immediately when you see it. Let me see. Did I get him? I did not get him into this ball. Okay, we need to try and find some things. Wait, how long do we have on this ball? How long can we do this for? Let's see. This is like the one ability that we haven't properly checked out. What is that over there? It's like a Oviraptor or something? Oh, it's a baby parasol. Okay, yeah, we lost it. Damn. Okay, that sucks. How far can we shoot this then? I mean, with like the basic kind of stuff, it actually shoots pretty far. Oh, I think I'm gonna hit that pronto. Oh, maybe not, because I forgot to hit left click. There we go. Let's do that. So again, they kind of just shoot through creatures, and you want to aim that to like an area that you want to inflict frostbite on everything. But for creatures wise, it doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. Definitely is not really slowing that Parasaur down. This is something that you want to use on players, clearly, or maybe the NPCs in Lost Colony when that drops, because that apparently will have full-on NPCs, which is very exciting. I like the idea of that, like full-on NPC raids as well. Ooh, it's kind of like a little bit of like an appetizer for what ARK 2 is going to have if ARK 2 ever actually happens, because at this point I'm starting to lose hope, seriously. But yeah, anyway, let me get in here. Come on. We kill this baby stego. Can I do another snot ball? I can't see the timer. Oh, if we do this, we can see the timer. Yeah. Want to bring up your extended HUD to see the timer on that thing. Let's see. Well, let's do this thing again. This is definitely not useful unless... Yeah, like it doesn't do any damage. Like it's doing damage, but come on. I mean, like unless it's taking incredible damage, like not direct damage numbers, but just like passive damage like I was, I suppose. I really don't know. I really have no idea because I don't have the binoculars or whatever. So yeah, that sucks. Right, let's actually try to ball up a couple creatures here then. So we want to go for small things. Did I get that? Apparently I didn't. Oh no, did I? Think I did? Wait, do we have a baby in there? I don't see anything. I thought I had it for a second there, but I guess I don't. Yeah, there's like nothing around here to even grab. Should have waited. I thought we had a baby there though. You can just explode it then and just do a bunch of damage, but yeah. We really just need to find some dodos. I've definitely seen some comments saying that this thing moves like a Ferox. And besides like, you know, basic kind of movements, it feels nothing like a Ferox. Absolutely nothing like a Ferox at all. What are those? Oh, those are the Summer Bash penguins. Okay. We've also got a bunch of levels. I think I might just focus on melee, honestly. Get that up. Yeah, those stupid little penguins are just going everywhere. Right, do we have some like dodos or something? I can't even see anything. The grass is so crazy on this map. Right, now I can see. I see dodo. No, that's another penguin. Maybe I can grab the penguins, can I? How long do we have left? 18 seconds. We gotta wait. The penguins are probably grabbable. I think they would be, right? We do have some dodos there. Okay, giant snot ball. Let's do it. So disgusting. Did I get him? Apparently I went right over the dodo. Okay, apparently it just exploded on the... I don't know what's happening. Is it the train? I have no idea. That's crazy. Right. I mean, clearly we're not going to be able to do much with such a low level. We need to get a higher level if we want to test that one out properly. I have seen in single player, like, it is pretty powerful. It's quite useful, but not so much if you don't have a good one, clearly. So, yeah. Anyway. Guys, wait, let me turn back on the grass. Guys, I think that's probably going to be it for this one. It is currently 5 a.m. So, yeah, I'm quite tired. I want to get this one ready for tomorrow whenever it's gonna drop. You've just watched the whole video, so it's already out. Anyway, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Probably a little bit rambly, probably a little bit loopy, but I'm very tired, and these updates at ridiculous hours for me at least anyway. So yeah, I will catch you in the next one where hopefully we'll do some more testing and maybe try to get one of these things proper. You know, if you have any tips, let me know. We're gonna look into it. Definitely gonna look into it. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.